All right, let's talk about something that's all around us, but we barely ever think about it. It's a fundamental question of trust, and it's called the professional's promise.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Every day, you put your life in the hands of things, bridges, buildings, systems that were designed by people you will never, ever meet. So why? Why are you so sure they're safe? Well, it's not just blind faith. It's actually built on a very deliberate system.
And that system, at its very heart, is a promise made not just to a specific client or a company, but to every single one of us, to the public. So let's really dig into what that promise actually is.
This is it. This is the bedrock idea. The whole reason we even have professional engineering and geosciences is for one thing and one thing only: to protect the public. It's not about profits. It's not about cool new designs for their own sake. It's about making sure that our safety, our health, and our well-being are the absolute #1 priority. Everything else comes second.
You can think of it like a kind of social contract. Society basically says, okay, we're giving you guys, the professionals, the exclusive right to do this important work. But it's a deal. In return for that privilege, those professionals make a very serious promise to use everything they know to serve the public good and, most importantly, to prevent harm. And this is where the difference becomes crystal clear. You see, an unregulated technician, their main job might be to the client or to their boss. But a licensed professional? Nope. Their first, highest, and most important legal and moral duty is to you, to the public. They answer to a much higher standard.
So, how is this promise actually kept? It's not just an honor system, right? Of course not. There's a whole system of protection in place, a tough framework designed to make sure that promise is kept.
First off, just getting a professional license is incredibly hard. It takes a specific university degree, then years of supervised, on-the-job experience, and then you have to pass a really tough exam on ethics and practice. Every single step is designed to filter people out, to make sure only the most competent individuals get the right to work on things that affect public safety.
And licensed professionals aren't just winging it. They are legally required to follow huge sets of government codes and standards. And these aren't just suggestions, they are the rules. They represent everything we've learned about safety, built on decades of research, and sometimes from the hard lessons of past failures.
So here's the key takeaway. It's a partnership. The government sets the safety targets, the what, and the professional associations make sure the who, the people making the critical decisions, are competent, ethical, and qualified to do the job. It's a shared responsibility, all aimed at keeping us safe.
Okay, but what happens if something goes wrong? Or what if there's pressure to cut corners to save a little money? This is where accountability becomes absolutely essential. You see, accountability isn't just one thing. It works on 3 different levels. First, there's legal accountability. A professional can be fined or even prosecuted. Then there's professional accountability. They risk losing their license to practice. And finally, there's moral accountability, to their own conscience and to the trust the public has placed in them. And the most powerful, visible symbol of all this accountability is the professional seal. When an engineer or geoscientist stamps a document, that's not just a rubber stamp. It's their personal legal guarantee that the work is up to code and that they've done everything possible to protect the public. It's their promise made real. And that brings us to the really heavy part, the ultimate responsibility. Because this promise isn't just an idea. It has real, actual life or death consequences.
We have to remember the human cost when this system fails. Tragedies like the Elliott Lake Mall collapse are just a gut-wrenching reminder that a slip-up in professional duty isn't just a technical mistake. It can lead to unbelievable suffering and completely destroy the public's trust in the very people who are supposed to protect them.
This right here, this is the ultimate test. A professional is going to face pressure. It's inevitable. Pressure from clients, from bosses, from budgets, all pushing them to compromise. But their code, their license, and their conscience all demand one thing. Public safety always comes first, no matter what.
But really, the ultimate goal isn't just about being accountable after something goes wrong. The real promise, the deeper promise, is to be proactive. It's about seeing risks before they become disasters and designing systems to be safe from the very beginning. It's about preventing the tragedy in the first place.
This is where something called the precautionary principle kicks in. Professionals use this all the time. They're designing buildings to handle the climate of the future, they're managing environmental risks, or they're trying to figure out the dangers of new tech. The idea is to act to prevent harm even if you don't have all the answers yet.
And this job is never done. A professional license is not a finish line. It's a lifelong commitment. Professionals have to keep learning constantly to keep their skills up to date with new technologies and new standards. Because protecting the public tomorrow means you need the knowledge of today.
So the next time you drive over that bridge or walk into that high-rise, just take a second. The reason you're safe isn't luck. It's because of this invisible system of promises and accountability, held up by professionals whose entire job is to protect you. And it leaves you with a pretty interesting question. Who is upholding that promise for you right now?